Rentman helps you keep track of all of your important data in one place by providing projects to plan on. When you create a project in Rentman, you can quickly plan based on availability and then easily send out a quote for the project. Projects are the central place in which you plan your equipment, crew, and transport. It also provides a place to organize documents and tasks or communicate with notes. This ensures everything is communicated to the rest of the team, so everyone is on the same page. In the project's overview, you can quickly see which projects are upcoming and if actions still need to be taken, such as quoting, scheduling crew, completing tasks, or invoicing. You can also tailor your views in case a view like a timeline works better for your planning needs. Filters and tags are also a great way to make sure you only see what you need to see. Creating a new project is easy. You can start a blank project, duplicate a previous project, or choose a project template, which is a pre-made project from the past. Project templates have a set combination of times, tasks, equipment, or functions to speed up your planning. Project templates are highly recommended to reduce quoting time for recurring or similar projects such as weddings. When you create a new project, make sure you give it the right name, account manager, and project type. You can configure your own project types in your account. You can also see the status of the project, which is concept. Project statuses are dynamic in Rentman. A new project will always start on concept, and once you send a quote, it's automatically pending. After the quote has been digitally signed by your customer, the project becomes confirmed as well. The client and location are added from your contacts database, where their details are already stored through importing or adding manually. For CRM purposes, you can make sure you store special discounts, warnings, and notes on the customer level so you always know what is agreed with that customer specifically. No more needing to manually calculate distances to your project. Once you add a location, Rentman will calculate the distance from your warehouse to the location you select. It can even help apply a price rate you set for your transport. Next, we have the time schedule. This is the most important part of your planning. From our project template, we have quite a lot of times here already. However, if you started with a blank project, it will only contain a usage and planning period. The planning period is the period your equipment is assigned to this project. The usage period is the period you will invoice, and that's also the period your factors will look at when calculating multi-day discounts. Sometimes it may be the case that your time schedule is long and overwhelming due to multiple dates like tours or multiple locations like conferences. This is why we created subprojects, so you can separate each time or location into its own subproject. Coding and invoicing for all subprojects or per subproject is also easy. In Rentman, you can quote as many projects as you would like, even if you don't have enough equipment for them. Rentman allows you to plan your equipment on projects that are not confirmed and will highlight them in red if shortages occur. You will always have full control of which equipment gets reserved to a specific project. You can also choose alternatives from your own stock to replace shortage items or simply sub-rent them from a supplier. When planning a project, you can easily split your planning with equipment groups. Groups allow you to organize equipment clearly on documents or when booking in the warehouse. To add the equipment, you will find your entire inventory on the left-hand side of the page. Here, you can easily search for equipment by name or code and simply double-click on the equipment item to plan it on the project. Next, you have your crew and transport functions. Functions are the jobs or positions your crew will later fill. The project needs to know which jobs will be needed later on so that the cost of labor can be included in the quote. In the additional cost section, you also have the option to add these costs outside of equipment, crew, and transport. This could be costs such as accommodation, travel, or meals. The Financial tab will combine all estimated prices and costs for quick referencing to make sure your margins are still good enough. At the top of your Financial tab, you will see a quick overview of your profits and overall discount along with the amount already invoiced for this project. Below, you will see a more detailed breakdown of costs at each stage in your planning process. Estimated costs are what you quoted. Planned costs are the prices of crew planned or expected sub-rentals. And finally, the actual costs come through when the crew register their time or sub-rental projects are confirmed with the supplier. If your crew worked overtime or your supplier agreed to a new sub-rental price with you, this will be shown here. This way, you will always be able to easily compare your estimates to the outcome and improve your estimation process through the quoting phase. Creating documents such as quotations, contracts, or invoices in Rentman is quite simple. When you create documents for each project, the information and layout is set in advance by adding your own letterhead and customizing document templates. Once you need to send out a quote, it will take seconds to create it. Template Editor is included in the license and can be found in the configuration section. All documents created within the project remain attached to the project, so no more losing of important files.